My viewers may not know this, but I am a huge Yamcha fan and I have a feeling that I'm not the only one. He started out as a cool desert bandit who joined up with Goku and gang, who jumped onto the tail of a great ape Goku to save Bulma from being eaten. He goes on to become one of the most powerful beings in Universe 7, getting training from Roshi, Korin, Kami, and even King Kai. The guy's got experience. He's also a massively popular baseball star, has a cute shape-shifting cat as his sidekick, and has even been revealed to be an excellent cook by Toriyama himself. He has a set of awesome techniques, like the Kamehameha, Spurt Ball, and the coolest combo in Dragon Ball, the Wolf Fang Fist. He's also the main character of my favorite Dragon Ball fan manga, Dragon Ball Elsewhere. If you haven't read it, please do, it's incredible. Which is why it hurts so much to see this fun character get trampled. Thankfully though, our prayers have been answered, as back in 2018, we got an entire spin-off manga dedicated to the man himself, called The Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha. If I'm being honest, not exactly what I was hoping for from a manga series revolving around the Desert Bandit, but I'll take what I can get. Written and drawn by Dragon Garo Lee, the same man behind the One Punch Man and Dragon Ball crossover manga, who's also apparently a huge Yamcha fan. See, I told you, I'm not the only one. He's also an incredible artist and comes incredibly close to replicating Toriyama's original style. I'd dare to say this art is actually better than the art in the Dragon Ball Super manga. But you're probably wondering why this even exists. Well, you see, a couple of years ago Shueisha outlined a plan to increase the amount of Dragon Ball content in manga form, and so dedicated an entire room to just making Dragon Ball manga. An entire department dedicated to making manga for just one franchise. I'm not sure how it's still doing, maybe they're still cranking out manga, maybe they're not, either way, it doesn't matter, nothing they make will ever top this. This manga is actually only one volume long with 3 chapters and a 4th bonus chapter. So let's get into this thing. This is the time I was reincarnated as Yamcha. So, this manga is really weird. It doesn't actually center around the character Yamcha as we know him in canon, but instead it's about a high school boy who's a massive fan of Dragon Ball who dies from trying to get a peek under a girl's skirt. I heard my uncle went out the same way, may God bless his soul. When he wakes up, he discovers that he has been reincarnated as Yamcha and thrown into the world of Dragon Ball, during the early days when no one knew what the heck a Super Saiyan was. The ungrateful brat laments over not being reincarnated as Goku or Vegeta until he remembers that, as Yamcha, he gets to be with Bulma. As they're about to split paths, this new Yamcha suddenly remembers the fate that beholds him, and so decides instead to go off with Goku to Master Razwahai's place and receive training. A significant amount of time passes as we fast forward to the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z, where Nappa and Vegeta have arrived on Earth, complete with Saibaman. And Yamcha, now better than ever, takes them all head on. He decapitates one of them with just one blow, causing the rest to go kamikaze and self-destruct on Yamcha. But unlike the original, Yamcha shrugs it off, and that's where the chapter ends. Chapter 2 starts with a quick recap of the first chapter before a flashback commences, revealing all the training Yamcha's gone through so far, getting his potential unlocked and training with Nail. This is actually a brilliant move on Yamcha's part, considering how much more powerful Nail is than the rest of the cast, at least at this point in the series. He trains there for all of 11 months until Bulma calls telling him that the Saiyans would be arriving tomorrow, like in the original manga. Quickly, our main character makes a plan to use the Dragon Balls to teleport him back to Earth. It thankfully works and he rushes towards the battlefield. We jump forward to after Yamcha defeated the Saibaman, where the scouter reads Yamcha's power level is over 10,000. Nappa jumps at Yamcha, saying that no human could be stronger than him, but Yamcha blows him away with a Kamehameha. No one dies in this version. We jump forward in time towards the end of the Goku and Vegeta fight, but this time with Yamcha. He distracts Vegeta while Goku charges up the finishing blow, which means we finally get Vegeta vs Yamcha. Though he seems to be on the losing side, the tides turn when he distracts Vegeta by name-dropping Beerus the Destroyer, which stops Vegeta in his tracks, allowing Yamcha to land a clean blow on Vegeta and giving Goku his chance to fire his Kamehameha. But, just like in the original, Vegeta survives and manages to reach his ship, flying away. Our reincarnated Yamcha is about to shoot him down before Goku tells him not to, in classic Goku fashion. Our new Yamcha obliges. The chapter concludes as Kami, who is still alive and well, hints that another one of the Dragon team is like Yamcha, someone from our world who was reincarnated in the Dragon Ball world. Chapter 3 is when things get really weird, even for a spin-off like this. It jumps forward in time to the Cell games, which I guess means the whole Frieza arc didn't happen. Shockingly though, Yamcha doesn't go to the Cell games, instead he meets up with Chaozu, who turns out to be the other reincarnation. So if you're ever gonna complain about getting reincarnated as a handsome desert bandit, just remember you could have been a short Chinese vampire. Turns out this guy is the bad guy, and he wants to use his knowledge of Dragon Ball to take over the world. As I'm sure you can guess, Yamcha isn't about that and the two end up battling in an epic fight. Chaozu uses his psychic powers, Yamcha uses the Wolf Fang Fist, Yamcha even gets shot through the chest. The fight comes to a close as Yamcha uses the evil containment wave to trap the evil Chaozu, that is until Piccolo, who fused with Kami who knew the true identity of this evil Chaozu, telepathically contacts Yamcha and tells him that Chaozu's identity. I wasn't lying when I said this chapter gets really weird. Thankfully, the two manage to come to terms, with our evil Chaozu getting a whole redemption arc. The chapter begins to wrap up as it's revealed that this whole crazy scenario was actually all just a game by Beerus and Champa, and Whis returns the soul of the boy into his original body. That's right, we never actually learn his name, throughout this entire volume. There's also this weird part at the end when we see the boy use the power of Yamcha, but it's only once, but I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. I guess it means that the spirit of Yamcha will be with this boy always. Now, even though the story has wrapped up, there is actually one more bonus chapter in the story, so let's go over that.
Audio Jungle.
This chapter is squeezed in between chapters 2 and 3, so it's not really chapter 4, it's more chapter 2.5. It takes place after future Trunks appeared, and follows our main character trying to confess his feelings to Bulma. However, because he is a teenage boy in the body of Yamcha, he doesn't really know how to do that, and so he tries to get help from his friends. He even considers asking Turtle for help, as any man should. He eventually asks Krillin for help, which he should know is a bad idea considering he's never had a girlfriend up until he got with 18, but you do you buddy. This is the manga that introduced Sharp Yamcha, a power-up used by Yamcha to become 10 times more attractive. As owner of DBR, I declare we make this transformation an actual thing. Unfortunately, it appears there's a hostage situation downtown, and because Yamcha is a massive Chad, he jumps in to save the day. Of course, he dispatches of the criminals easily and saves the damsel in distress. He rushes back to Capsule Corps to make his move, but it's too late, and our main man knows it. Later that night, he challenges Vegeta to a fight. Unfortunately, Yamcha gets his butt kicked. But don't worry, it's not over yet, because we get a small little bonus comic at the end. Yamcha and Chaozu are trying to figure out a way to be useful in the Cell games when Chaozu gets the idea to try fusion, and we get this horrifying abomination. We do get to see the armbands from Dragon Ball fusions though, which is a nice Easter egg. Overall, I really enjoyed the time I got reincarnated as Yamcha. It's not really meant to be taken seriously, which is a mistake I made when I first read it. It takes advantage of its bizarre premise, and though I found the jumping around to be a bit jarring, it ultimately benefits the story. Plus, I mean, come on, it's a manga where Yamcha becomes super strong, what more could you want? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, it really helps out a ton and we're really close to 100, drop a like if you enjoyed, and leave a comment telling me your thoughts about this spin-off manga. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Nerd out.